someday.
He was once the brightest voice in country music, loved by fans and admired by legends. His songs ruled the charts, and his name meant magic. Then slowly, the spotlight faded. Mistakes, pain, and silence followed. How did a man with so much talent lose his way, and what truly happened to Lefty Frizzell? Let's dive into it. A voice, tested by trouble. Living in Greenville, Texas during World War II, Frizzell was working on establishing a musical career. Despite having limited resources, his voice connected with audiences. He frequently journeyed to Paris, a nearby city, to showcase his talent on KPLT radio. These on-air performances inspired him and provided a sense of purpose. Music became his sanctuary during a time filled with uncertainty and anxiety. In that time frame, Frizzell encountered Alice Harper, an encounter that greatly impacted his personal life. She became a pillar of support as he pursued his aspirations, and in March 1945, they tied the knot. The union provided him with a sense of solace and security, albeit temporary. It signaled a new beginning, brimming with potential and tranquil happiness. In 1946, Frizzell and his wife relocated to Roswell, New Mexico. Upon settling there, his music career became more active. He started making frequent appearances on the local radio station KGFL and played with a house band at the Cactus Gardens Dance Hall. These gigs allowed him to maintain a strong presence and connection with his audience. Night after night, he sang with the hope of advancing towards success. To the outside observer, it appeared that his life was progressing. However, hidden below the melodies, turmoil was beginning to escalate. Disaster hit in July 1947 when Frizzell found himself accused of statutory violation. This accusation swiftly altered the course of his life. By the next month, he had been found guilty and handed a 6-month sentence in the local jail. His promising career abruptly came to a halt as he transitioned from the spotlight to confinement behind closed doors and silent walls. During his time in prison, Frizzell became introspective. He found solace in music, using it as a coping mechanism to endure the lengthy days. He composed numerous songs while incarcerated and shared them with his wife. One of these songs gained fame later on. By writing, he maintained a connection with his wife and the outside world that he worried he may never see again. Despite being confined, his creativity never waned. It provided a sense of relief from the harsh realities of his imprisonment. Even after he was set free, his life remained turbulent. Frizzell grappled with alcohol abuse for a significant portion of this time. The consumption of alcohol led him further into a state of disarray and bad decisions. Both his personal life and professional endeavors seemed to be constantly off-kilter. The inner peace he longed for never quite materialized. In August of 1951, there was another significant event that took place. Frizzell was taken into custody backstage at the Opry and accused of contributing to delinquent behavior. This accusation stemmed from a connection he had in Arkansas while traveling with Williams. Once more, his reputation was tainted by trouble. Despite this, no legal action was taken with this charge. Nevertheless, his arrest only added to the pressure on his already vulnerable reputation and emotional well-being. Frizzell encountered significant challenges in both his personal and professional life. He entered into multiple contracts during this period that were poorly thought out and in conflict with each other. These agreements led to uncertainty and strife in his career. In January 1951, he made a major decision to appoint Jack Starnes Jr. as his manager, a choice that would later result in serious discord. In the middle of 1952, Starnes initiated a significant legal case against Frizzell. This lawsuit brought more burdens into his life. Instead of peace and concentration, threats from the court and tons of documentation took over. The legal dispute dragged on, trapping him in a state of anxiety and doubt. Eventually, after a year had passed, the issue was resolved outside of the courtroom. Even though the settlement put an end to the litigation, it did not erase the harm caused or the wisdom gained. But this was just the beginning of what pulled him to the mud. Stay with us. Frizzell's years of sudden accidents. In the early 1950s, Frizzell found himself caught up in a whirlwind of fast-paced living. His music career led him on a journey across various locations, making the road feel like a familiar place. However, along with the bright lights of the stage, came moments of pain and trouble. This period in his life was defined by unexpected accidents that altered his course and challenged his resilience in subtle ways. In 1952, Frizzell experienced a car crash that had a profound impact on him. The incident made him reflect on life and its uncertainties. Despite feeling unstable, he remained resilient and focused on his music and career. In the early 1950s, Frizzell decided to make a major shift by relocating to Los Angeles, seeking a new beginning and opportunities. The bustling city offered a larger-than-life environment filled with endless possibilities. Upon his arrival, he quickly secured a regular role on the Town Hall Party TV program, broadcasted on KTTV. This significant achievement allowed him to connect with his existing fans and attract a new audience by showcasing his talent on television screens across many households. Even though his career was ongoing, it lacked the same level of intensity as before. His music continued to make an impact on the charts, indicating that he still had an audience. Nevertheless, only a single song managed to break into the top 10 that year. This modest achievement left him with conflicting emotions. It served as a reassurance that he was still relevant, while also signaling the growing difficulty of achieving success. Frizzell persisted in his efforts, anticipating that his next composition would usher in better fortunes. In January of 1954, out of nowhere, Frizzell was once again faced with trouble. He was in yet another car crash, this time near E.S. Richardson Elementary School in Minden, a town in Webster Parish, Louisiana. His journey took him through this area after his appearance at the Louisiana Hayreid in Shreveport as he headed to a concert in Mississippi, his mind set on the upcoming show and the road ahead. Frizzell's Cadillac hit a parked Nash station wagon owned by R. Harmon Drew Sr. while driving. Drew was a former city judge who eventually became a member of the Louisiana House of Representatives. The accident quickly garnered attention and raised concerns in the tranquil town where such incidents are uncommonly observed. Frizzell responded with humility, expressing regret for the incident and expressing a desire to visit Minden again in the future under different circumstances. Despite the uncomfortable situation, his words were filled with kindness. After being released on bond, he didn't linger. Instead, he quickly left for Shreveport by taxi and caught a flight to continue his journey to his final destination. The show must always continue. The incidents were not just fleeting headlines. They symbolized a lifestyle filled with constant movement, and that's when his biggest struggle hit. A gentle giant in pain. Lefty's journey is a roller coaster of peaks and valleys. Cooper vividly unfolds the complexities of a life marked by moments of joy, sadness, achievement, and loss. The narrative carries weight, yet exudes a sense of gentleness, as music remains a constant presence throughout his darkest times. Lefty once reigned supreme in the world of country music. In a single year, he dominated Billboard's country charts with 7 songs in the top 30. This unparalleled achievement set him apart and made him a true standout in the industry. His distinctive voice resonated far and wide, captivating listeners and creating an intimate connection with fans. In those fleeting moments, it appeared as though nothing could impede his meteoric rise. However, even though he achieved success, he still made errors. With every positive aspect, there was a negative one present as well. His tours were frequently disorganized, leading to exhaustion and disorientation. Many of his business decisions were reckless, causing significant harm in the future. These choices gradually diminished his professional reputation. The situation took a turn for the worse when Columbia Records terminated their relationship with him in 1972. This act of abandonment felt like a betrayal after he had dedicated so much to the label. The most difficult aspect was the unpleasant aspect of his difficulties. Lefty would often consume excessive amounts of alcohol, preventing him from being able to go on stage. At times, he was unable to even maintain his balance, let alone entertain. The audience and band members were left waiting in silence, where music should have been playing. These instances were distressing for both observers and Lefty himself. Cooper exposed a different aspect of Lefty's private life, shedding light on the challenges in his marriage to Alice. While there was love between them, they struggled to maintain peace. Disagreements were frequent, creating tension in their household. Lefty also faced conflicts with his children, resulting in lasting emotional wounds for all involved. Substance abuse was a major factor in these difficulties, causing confusion and distance between Lefty and his loved ones. However, despite the suffering, the melodies continued to radiate. Surprisingly, his inner beauty persisted. Tracks such as I Loved You a Thousand Ways, If You've Got the Money, I've Got the Time, Mom and Dad's Waltz, and The Long Black Veil remained powerful. They conveyed sincerity, yearning, and straightforwardness. These compositions served as a reminder that Lefty possessed an extraordinary quality within him, even during turbulent times. Lefty's health and well-being deteriorated over time. His decline started when he started struggling with alcohol abuse. Consuming alcohol gradually consumed his entire day and night. Despite his past of infidelity, legal issues, and accidents, Alice Harper stood by his side as his wife. She remained loyal through difficult times that would have caused others to leave. They had 3 children together, which kept them connected even during the toughest moments in life. During the late 1960s, Lefty remained active in the recording studio, although most of his songs were not released by Columbia. This disappointment affected him greatly. As his album sales declined, he started to decrease the number of live performances. In 1968, he collaborated with June Stearns under the name Agnes and Orville, exploring new musical directions in a period of doubt. Lefty had experienced a long drought of success in the music industry, starting in the 1950s. At this juncture, he was feeling exhausted and drained. His enthusiasm had dwindled, and he was disheartened by the rejection of his music by Columbia Records. This disappointment eventually led to him withdrawing from the music scene. He abandoned his songwriting and recording, feeling neglected and marginalized. Nevertheless, he continued to tour extensively, leading a nomadic existence despite his waning motivation. In the early 1970s, Lefty decided to part ways with Columbia Records and instead signed a contract with ABC Records. During that year, he was honored by being inducted into the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame. This acknowledgement served as a reminder of his talent, despite the uncertainty he was facing at the time. Many years later, his song, If You've Got the Money, I've Got the Time, was recognized with a Grammy Hall of Fame award in 1999, showcasing the enduring impact of his music. Through continuous drinking, he suffered severe consequences. Chronic hypertension developed as a result. His physical transformation was so extreme that he became unrecognizable to many. The powerful tone of his voice diminished, lacking its previous smoothness. Despite this decline, hints of his former charisma shone through when he sang. Lefty passed away on July 19, 1975, due to a severe stroke at the young age of 47. His life came to an untimely end, but he found peace at Forest Lawn Memorial Gardens in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. But how did he get to fame? Let's dive in. From Sonny to Lefty Sonny was his original name before he became known as Lefty worldwide. During his childhood, the name Sonny accompanied him as he traveled through rural areas, villages, and aspired for a future. Eventually, he adopted the name Lefty, which became famous on the airwaves and dance floors. There were rumors that he got the name Lefty from winning a street fight, but it is more likely that this story was fabricated by his record company for publicity. Regardless, the name stuck with him and seemed to suit him in a genuine and long-lasting manner. Music captivated him from an early age. One of the most significant figures in his musical journey was Jimmie Rodgers, also known as the Blue Yodeler. From his childhood, Lefty paid careful attention to Rodgers' music, absorbing every sound and emotion in each note. The songs he heard played a crucial role in shaping his perception of music and storytelling, demonstrating to him the power of a voice to convey both happiness and sorrow simultaneously. Even before he was a teenager, Lefty started his career as a singer. His natural talent was evident from a young age. He secured a spot on the radio station Killed in El Dorado, Arkansas. Being in front of a microphone at such a tender age instilled in him a sense of self-assurance and direction. While his peers were busy playing outdoors, he spent his time perfecting songs and envisioning larger venues. During his adolescence, he wandered from one location to another, performing wherever he had the opportunity. Nightclubs, radio programs, and competitions in the southern regions served as his educational platforms. His journey took him through Arkansas, Texas, New Mexico, and Las Vegas. At each destination, he gained fresh insights and skills. Gradually, he started developing a distinctive and unique musical style. While influenced by Jimmie Rodgers, Ernest Tubb, and Ted Daffin, his vocals possessed a fluid and seamless quality that set him apart. At the age of 12, Lefty started performing on a radio program in Texas. It is said that during a fight in the Jesu schoolyard, he earned the moniker Lefty, which stuck with him as he grew older, eventually becoming a key aspect of his reputation. During the late 1940s, Lefty devoted himself to perfecting his skills. He performed at various venues such as honky-tonks, barn dances, and intimate gatherings in Texas and New Mexico. While these locations may not have been luxurious, they were vibrant and lively. Through his performances in these bustling environments, Lefty refined his singing technique, characterized by fluid delivery and profound sentiment. Rather than hurriedly delivering lyrics, he allowed his voice to linger, ensuring each word resonated deeply with the audience. Lefty discovered his passion for songwriting during the same time frame. It was during a challenging period in jail, after being convicted of statutory violation, that he began taking his songwriting seriously. Despite the difficult circumstances, music became a source of comfort for him. Through writing, he was able to convey feelings of remorse, affection, and optimism. His time in confinement actually fueled his creativity and helped him improve as a songwriter. During a performance at the Ace of Clubs, an important event occurred one night. Jim Beck, who owned a recording studio in Dallas, took notice of him. With connections to big record labels and music publishers, Beck was impressed by Lefty's performance and offered him a chance to record a demo for free at his studio. In the year 1950, during the month of April, Lefty made demo recordings of his original songs. One of these tracks was titled, "If You Have the Cash, I Have the Free Time." These recordings were brought to Nashville by Beck, where they were shared with little Jimmy Dickens, who was not impressed with the song. However, destiny had something else in store. A producer from Columbia Records named Don Law listened to the demo and was impressed. After witnessing Lefty's live performance, Don Law decided to sign him and take him to the studio for his first professional recording session. In July of 1950, the song, "If You've Got the Money, I've Got the Time," was released and quickly gained popularity. The B-side of the record, "I Love You a Thousand Ways," written by Lefty for his wife Alice while he was incarcerated, also received great acclaim. The combination of these two songs proved to be a successful double hit, propelling Lefty to fame almost instantly. Within a short span of 2 years, he produced 13 country hits that made it to the top 10 charts. His vocal talents were now widely recognized and appreciated. In 1951, Lefty had honed his singing style and enhanced his abilities on the guitar. Collaborating with a consistent team of Dallas studio musicians, such as pianist Madge Suttie, helped elevate the quality of his recordings. In the beginning of that year, he entered into a managerial contract with Jack Starnes Jr., which happened to clash with a previous agreement he had made. This oversight resulted in a legal dispute initiated by Starnes, but the matter was resolved outside of court after a year, causing some tension during an otherwise positive period. In the beginning of 1951, Lefty started a music group known as the Western Cherokees, with Blackie Crawford leading the way. This band became his primary ensemble for performances and studio recordings. Lefty dedicated extensive periods of time to working in the studio at this point. He consistently produced and released new singles one after the other. His third single, "I Want to Be With You Always," climbed to the top spot on the charts and held that position for a remarkable 11 weeks. Halfway through 1951, Lefty had risen to fame as one of the biggest country music stars, on par with Hank Williams. They embarked on a joint tour, entertaining audiences together and taking turns on stage each night. To decide the opening act, they would toss a coin before each performance. In that same year, Lefty made history by having 4 songs simultaneously in the top 10, a feat unmatched by any other artist. The stream of successful songs kept coming. Mom and Dad's Waltz, Travelin' Blues, and Give Me More of Your Kisses all made it into the top 10, with the latter even reaching number 1. In August of that same year, Lefty found himself in trouble backstage at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, being arrested on charges of influencing a minor's behavior. This incident stemmed from a situation during the tour with Hank Williams in Arkansas. However, the charges were eventually dismissed, and he escaped prosecution. In 1952, Lefty became a highly sought-after artist in the country music scene. He had frequent appearances on shows like the Grand Ole Opry and the Louisiana Hayride during that period. His string of hit songs, such as How Long Will It Take to Stop Loving You, Don't Stay Away Till Love Grows Cold, Forever and Always, and I'm an Old Man Trying to Live While I Can, continued to be successful. His impressive feat of achieving 13 top 10 hits was recognized at this stage. In the year 1959, Lefty made the decision to shake things up. He joined forces with Jim Denny at Cedarwood Publishing Company in Nashville. It was during this time that his song Long Black Veil became a major success, marking his first top 10 hit in half a decade. By 1960, Lefty had settled in Nashville for good, following the conclusion of the Town Hall Party TV series. Despite shifting gears, he kept busy with tours and studio sessions, managing to land a few modest hits. Lefty achieved significant success in 1964 with his hit, Saginaw, Michigan, which topped the charts and earned him a Grammy nomination. Despite a decrease in chart success the following year, his impact remained strong. One track from his last album, I Never Go Around Mirrors, is considered a classic in the country music genre and has been covered numerous times, with Keith Whitley's version being particularly notable. A gentle echo through time, Lefty Frizzell did not just go away with his songs. He left behind an essence, a tone, and a singing style that had a lasting impact on country music. His memory persists subtly, yet powerfully, transitioning from one era to the next like a gentle breeze that never diminishes. Even years after his death, his imprint endures in shaping vocals, compositions, and emotions. Lefty's guitar stood as a strong representation of his enduring influence. The iconic instrument he favored was a 1949 Gibson J200, also referred to as the SJ200. Initially crafted by the Gibson Guitar Corporation, it took on a distinctive identity in the early 1950s. Renowned guitar maker Paul Bigsby revamped it with a personalized neck and pickguard, imparting a sense of individuality to the instrument. This made the guitar truly one of a kind, mirroring the unique essence of the musician who wielded it. More than just a tool, it served as a trusted companion, carrying Lefty's melodies through countless live performances. That guitar made a significant impact on history in a deeply intimate manner. As a young teenager, Merle Haggard was invited on stage by Lefty at the Rainbow Garden in Bakersfield, California. Lefty entrusted him with the very same guitar, offering him his initial opportunity to perform on a professional platform. This encounter left a lasting impression on Haggard. The guitar was showcased at the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville, Tennessee, for numerous years, enabling enthusiasts to be in the presence of a historical artifact. In January 2005, the Frizzell family received back the guitar that was once theirs. The instrument was put up for auction by Retrofret, priced at $350,000. Merle Haggard eventually bought the guitar, completing the circle of its journey. Now part of his estate, the guitar serves as a subtle symbol of how an artist's faith in another can lead to success. Lefty had a significant impact on vocalists across a broad spectrum. The way he delivered lyrics with a certain finesse altered the approach to singing country music. He didn't hurry through verses. Instead, he treated each word with reverence, allowing it to linger before progressing. This technique influenced the vocal styles of numerous renowned musicians like Merle Haggard, Willie Nelson, George Jones, Keith Whitley, and Roy Orbison. These artists didn't simply idolize Lefty, they gleaned valuable lessons from him. He gained a lot of admiration for his skill as a lyricist. The lyrics he wrote were sincere and relatable. They delved into themes of love, pain, optimism, and remorse, using straightforward words that resonated with the masses. Numerous musicians discovered their own artistic style by studying his work. He demonstrated that conveying emotion was more important than using excessive power, and being genuine was more significant than achieving flawlessness. Lefty's influence was so profound that it inspired other musicians to dedicate songs to him. In 1973, Stoney Edwards released a track called Hank and Lefty Raised My Country Soul, as a tribute to Hank Williams and Lefty Frizzell, penned by Dallas Frazier. This song made its way into the top 40 charts, bringing Lefty's impact to a fresh set of ears. George Strait paid tribute to Lefty by including the song Lefty's Gone on his album, Something Special. Willie Nelson took his tribute to Lefty a step further by releasing the album To Lefty from Willie in 1977. The album consisted entirely of covers of Lefty's songs, showcasing Nelson's deep respect for the legendary artist through music. Even after Lefty's passing, he continued to be acknowledged. In 1982, he was posthumously honored with induction into the Country Music Hall of Fame. This recognition solidified his impact on country music as enduring and significant. His legacy was further commemorated with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, alongside other influential artists in American culture. Along with his son Crockett Frizzell, he was also inducted into the Rockabilly Hall of Fame. Despite his absence, his reputation continued to grow. In 2003, he was placed at the 31st spot on CMT's compilation of the top 40 influential figures in country music. This position not only highlighted his achievements, but also his impact on the genre. While numerous musicians achieved commercial success, only a handful were able to revolutionize the sounds of music. Lefty accomplished both feats. Roy Orbison, a renowned artist from Texas, greatly admired Lefty's musical style. In 1988, Orbison joined the Traveling Wilburys and adopted the name Lefty Wilbury as a tribute to his musical inspiration. Despite playing a different genre, Lefty's influence was still evident in Orbison's work. Lefty's music transcended time, as demonstrated when Maine musician David Mallet featured Saginaw, Michigan on his album The Horse I Rode In On in 2014. This rendition breathed new life into the song, showcasing the enduring relevance of Lefty's lyrics even after many years. The Frizzell legacy extended beyond Lefty, as his younger brother David Frizzell found success as a country singer too. David's popular songs included I'm Gonna Hire a Wino to Decorate Our Home in 1982 and You're the Reason God Made Oklahoma, a duet with Shelley West in 1981. Following in their footsteps, the youngest brother, Alan Frizzell, embarked on a similar musical journey. Alan started out as an opening act for Dottie West and eventually married her daughter, Shelley. He also collaborated with Keith Whitley before shifting his focus to country gospel music. Thus, the legacy of the Frizzell name continued to thrive through their music, family connections, and faith. In 2006, J.D. Crowe and the New South put out an album called Lefty's Old Guitar. The album's title track was inspired by Lefty's unique Gibson J200 guitar. This instrument once more served as a powerful symbol of his impact, illustrating how cherished objects can hold meaningful narratives when crafted with passion and skill. In 1998, Darrell Singletary paid tribute to Lefty in his song, Ain't It the Truth. Lefty's name symbolized integrity, heritage, and profound feelings, even though he was not the central focus of the song. In 2019, Lefty's track Long Black Veil was granted a prestigious honor when it was chosen by the United States Library of Congress to be preserved in the National Recording Registry. The song was deemed important for its cultural, historical, or aesthetic value, guaranteeing its conservation for future audiences and ensuring Lefty's legacy remains eternal. His impact is still felt in the present day. Cody Jinks released an album in 2024 titled Cody Jinks Sings Lefty Frizzell, containing 9 songs penned by Lefty. This endeavor highlights the enduring relevance of Lefty's music to contemporary artists. The songs are still authentic, relatable, and touching. Lefty Frizzell's impact is subtle and enduring, reminiscent of a comforting voice that remains in your mind. His influence was in teaching vocalists to connect emotionally with music rather than overpower it. He demonstrated that gentleness can have a profound impact. His presence persists through the passing down of guitars, the repetition of his songs, and the inspiration he continues to provide for artists over many years. What do you think about Lefty Frizzell? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more celebrity gist. Before you go, watch the other videos on your screen.